when I went through my divorce, I decided to DIY my property settlement. So while it wasn't one of my finest moments, and in hindsight I could have possibly made some better decisions and achieved some better outcomes, ultimately it was very much doable, and not just because I was a law graduate. So today's vlog is an introduction to DIY property settlement. If you head to my website, under resources, you will find a link to a fabulous resource from Relationships Australia called A Fair Share Negotiating Your Property Settlement. There are plenty of variations around, feel free to Google, but I don't believe in reinventing the wheel, and this got me through my own divorce. So have a read, work through it at your own pace if you wish, but at the very least, and pending my next vlog, start working on the property pool. Now, I won't lie, most pools are fun. Swimming pools, pool tables, maybe not so much car pools, and this pool is somewhere along the scale down with car pools. It's pretty utilitarian. But step one of any property settlement, whether you are doing it yourself or whether you come and see a lawyer or go to mediation, is to calculate your property pool. So this is just legal jargon for basically the list of your assets, debts and liabilities. So that's anything in your name, your former partner's name, joint names, and if you start to get really complicated, it's in the name of an entity or entities that you may own or are controlled by you, like companies and trusts, or something that you might be a beneficiary to, like a trust. These are the less simple things, and I'm not going to get into them. For most people, your property pool is going to include your home, your investment properties, cars, bank accounts, and your superannuation. And then on the flip side, your mortgages, your personal loans, your credit cards, your car loans, things like that. So, from the outset, I recommend gathering current statements, valuations, details like business being account number, and descriptions. So that's it's this make, model, and this is the registration number of the car. Regardless of how you intend to formalise your property settlement, you will eventually need this information, and having it to hand sooner than later will just make your life easier later on. Then you can get calculating. Yay! You're going to separate them into assets, debts and superannuation. You're going to have 3 columns for each. One is for your share of the value of the item, one for your former partner's share of the value, and then the total column at the end. So next to each asset or debt, you're going to jot down each of your share of the value and then the total in the 3rd column. You can then easily calculate the total assets and debts belonging to the relationship as a whole, as well as how much each of you own at the present time individually. This is step 1. Getting this right will make the next steps easier though, so please take your time, get it right, do it properly, take control of your settlement and separate better.